Are dinosaurs described in the Vedic Scriptures? This question naturally arises when readers encounter descriptions of enormous and unusual creatures in texts such as the Purāṇas and Itihāsas. It is worth noting that dinosaur is a modern term derived from the Greek, meaning formidable lizard. The Vedic worldview presents a vast cosmology populated by a huge diversity of living beings. With this broader perspective in mind, the question becomes a fair one to ask. According to Vedic cosmology, the universe operates through recurring cycles known as yuga cycles. Each cycle includes 4 yugas, or ages, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and the inauspicious Kali, together lasting 4.32 million years. 71 of those forms a manvantar, and 14 manvantars constitute a single daytime of Brahma, 4.32 billion years. Within this framework, many species appear, flourish, and disappear over vast spans of time. The Purāṇas describe there are no less than 8,400,000 species of life across the universe, of which about 2 million are non-moving, such as trees and plants. 900,000 species live in the water. 1,100,000 species of insects, worms, and reptiles. 1 million species of birds, 3 million varieties of quadrupeds, and 400,000 humanoid species. Our current knowledge encompasses only a fraction of these. Let's now turn to a series of fascinating Vedic narratives that describe extraordinary giant beings said to have existed in ancient times, both on Earth and across other realms of existence. The Ramayan recounts the lives of Jatayu and Sampati, 2 powerful and divine vultures. Jatayu heroically confronts Ravana in an attempt to rescue Sita, while Sampati is described as possessing wings so vast he could shield the sun from view. Because of their immense size, some readers have drawn comparisons to prehistoric creatures. Modern evolutionary science proposes that birds descend from certain dinosaur lineages, leading some to draw loose parallels between such giant birds and prehistoric reptiles. The Vedic vision, however, does not explain the diversity of life through biological evolution. Rather, species are understood to manifest according to arrangements established by higher intelligence. The Ramayan also mentions makaras, large aquatic creatures who dwelled in the sea between India and Lanka and in lakes. A makara is an animal often compared to a giant crocodile or sea monster. Another sea monster is said to have existed during the time of Lord Ram was the colossal Timingala, a legendary ocean predator also mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Descriptions portray that it could swallow whales whole. Is this the same species as what paleontologists call the Tylosaurus? They say that lived between 92 and 66 million years ago. Yet the Timingala is also said to inhabit the cosmic oceans that cover Earth's surface during the night of Lord Brahma alongside the Makaras. That would be more than 2.2 billion years ago. According to Hindu cosmology, the creature is further described as living within the ocean of milk, a celestial realm associated with Lord Vishnu. Other Vedic narratives describe gigantic land creatures appearing in the context of conflicts between the Devas and Asuras, demigods and demons, on the shores of the same milk ocean. Powerful mounts, gigantic animal forms, and hybrid-like creatures frequently appear in these accounts, reflecting a universe inhabited by life forms that go far beyond our experience. The Kalki Purāṇa contains vivid descriptions of unsavory conditions near the end of this Kali Yuga on this earth. Some interpreters have cited passages that describe warriors mounted on intimidating horse-like creatures possessing fearsome crocodile-like teeth. Srila Prabhupada explains in Life Comes from Life, in the chapter Life on Other Planets, that the disappearance of a species from Earth does not necessarily mean it has become completely extinct. Since life exists throughout countless planetary systems and dimensions, species that appear mythical or extinct may continue to exist elsewhere in the universe. These scriptural descriptions are not intended as works of scientific zoology, nor do the texts contain any direct equivalent to the modern scientific category of dinosaur. Nevertheless, within the Vedic framework, the gigantic reptiles identified by paleontologists, particularly the large carnivorous species, could be understood as creatures that inhabited some earlier Kali Yugas in previous cycles of Earth's history. Since the standard theory of evolution is not accepted within the traditional Vedic paradigm, some may regard it as conceivable that certain species were produced through the activities of scientifically advanced humanoid beings referenced in the scriptures. For example, if the Tyrannosaurus Rex walked the earth about 64 million years ago, then it may have been genetically created or imported from another realm, 14 or 15 Kali Yugas ago. Interestingly, this offers support to the claims that the limestone deposits at the Paluxy River in Somervell County, Texas, includes human footprints alongside dinosaur footprints. The prints are estimated to be around 113 million years old. Modern documentaries, often supported by CGI reconstructions, present visualizations of prehistoric life based on the best available scientific evidence. However, given the immense time spans involved, these reconstructions remain open to revision as new discoveries emerge. If the Vedic perspectives are taken into consideration, one might suggest that some of the scenes might have appeared quite different from what the scientists might expect. Well, thanks for watching. Something to think about.